You know, when Steve Mnuchin was on this show, he was focusing on raising money for Donald Trump. He did that well, Charlie. What else is the Trump administration working on that you're hearing about?
Well, we should point out that Fox Business was first to report that Mnuchin was the odds-on favorite to be Treasury Secretary. And, you know, if you look at some of the people that are surrounding Donald Trump, these are people that want to lower taxes. They also want to cut regulations. And here's one of the things I hear is now being talked about. It's percolating within the Trump economic transition team, and that's getting rid of a thorny New York state law known as the Martin Act. Now, if you remember Elliot Spitzer, the reason why he was able to be so famous and so much a threat against big banks and overregulate banks, some people would say, was because there was a New York state law known as the Martin Act where he basically used it to bring fraud charges against banks with a lower threshold for charging fraud. Here's what they want to do in the Trump transition team, and maybe even in the Trump administration. If it gets this far, we understand they are actively discussing this right now. They want to basically get Congress to write some law, approve some measure which preempts all state laws and allows the federal securities regulators to basically control Wall Street. Now, what does this mean effectively? This means that guys like Eric Schneiderman, the New York State AG, the AG from California, whenever it comes to going after Wall Street, their power will be severely weakened. This is something that you'll see a lot of pushback from the state AGs, like Eric Schneiderman, like the state AG from California and other places, who have been very activist over the last 8 years, particularly under President Obama. But like I said, this began with Elliot Spitzer using this law, and it's been a thorn in the side of the banks. Like some people might say, well, it's a good thing. The feds don't want to do it, so maybe the states should do it. Banks are saying, listen, you know, the SEC is tough enough, and by the way, how many more regulations do we have to comply with? We should comply with one set of federal regulations, not 50 states plus the feds. And they make a compelling point to people in the Trump administration. So that's where we are right now. They are discussing it. I'm not sure this has gotten as high as Mnuchin just yet, Steve Mnuchin, the prospective Treasury Secretary. From what I understand, Paul Atkins, the former SEC commissioner, now part of the Trump transition team, is working on this right now. It's obviously something that's favored by the banks. And here's the sort of interesting sort of little aspect of this, little inside baseball. Eric Schneiderman is suing Donald Trump over Trump University. That is a Martin Act case, from what I understand. So there's politics all over this, Lizzie.